Hey guys, it's another MC Slot Diecast review, and this is a very exciting video for me, partly because it's Force India, and this is Sergio Perez's VJM07 Force India Mercedes car. Now this is a 2014 Challenger for Force India, and some of you may notice that there's a few differences compared to this car, so the earlier version of it. Partly the main reason is the orange side ducts, or the orange side pods, they've been changed into black. And this is quite an early car still, because this is where it still says Sahara on the side of the car. Halfway through the season they were sponsored by Smirnoff. So I believe it's sponsorship that Hulkenberg might have bought, but I could be wrong. However, there are a lot of sponsorship bought by Perez himself, like Claro, which is also on the Sauber, some of you may have noticed. But it's obviously a Mexican company that's sponsoring Perez and Esteban Gutierrez. So it's been on the team since Perez was at Sauber as well. So I really like this car. I really think that this Force India has been the best one that they've ever produced. It's a shame that they're still behind McLaren. McLaren have had some good fortune, whereas Force India had the best second half of the season. However, they've got two good races coming up for them that are good tracks, which is Brazil, which this was filmed before, so I have no idea what's going to happen at Brazil, and also at Abu Dhabi with the double points. My hope is that both McLarens break down at both races, Hulkenberg wins Brazil, and Perez scores a podium or something at, or whatever, somewhere, or they both score podiums at Brazil and Abu Dhabi. But that's just wishful thinking. But, you know, I'm really excited about the Brazilian Grand Prix. I want to see what Hulkenberg can do at least. He's definitely my favourite driver at the moment. Since Suttle left the team, I liked him very much in 2012. I have to admit, I was a bit boring, and I was actually a bit more of a Di Resta fan back then. But then I realised he was just whiny all the time, and he annoyed me, and I'm glad he's gone from the team, because he had no skill anyway. So, Perez and Hulkenberg is without a doubt the strongest lineup Force India have ever had. And it's looking likely it's going to continue for next season. However, there is still that seat available, and I've been joking around with my dad and my brother a lot about this thought. Alonso is leaving Ferrari, and that's for definite. He's being replaced by Vettel. I doubt he'll actually stay at Ferrari. Alonso is desperately hoping for this free car rule, so then he can either hop into a Mercedes or a Red Bull or whatever car he sees fit, because any team would want Alonso. However, if this free car rule doesn't come into effect, Alonso's gonna have to either take a year out, or Richie said if he has to do that, he won't come back to F1, or he can go to a midfield team. Which is the best midfield team currently on the grid, which has a spare seat available? Well, some of you probably would have said that the best midfield team is actually Williams, but they've gone up into the next tier in my opinion with their constant podiums. But I would say Force India is the best team in the grid, in the midfield grid, sorry. They're definitely better than Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso have got both their seats filled, or they will have. Doubt Alonso would really want to go to Toro Rosso. I think he wants to stay away from anything that's Italian in any shape or form. He would also not want to go to Sauber. Sauber filled both their seats anyway, so that's a no-no. He wouldn't want to go to Caterham or Marussia, even though they both collapsed anyway, and they probably won't even be in the 2015 grid. And that just leaves Force India. Hulkenberg has got one seat, which I'm very happy about. I'm glad that Hulkenberg's still there, because I don't really want him to go anywhere else, partly because of his skills. He was rumoured to go to Ferrari. He was also rumoured to go to Lotus the year before, so he would have been in a 2014 Lotus. That would have been abysmal for him. He should have just stayed at Force India, which he should have done back in 2013 anyway, so this should have been his third season at Force India at least. And so Alonso and Hulkenberg at Force India would be awesome. Probably Force India don't have a budget for Alonso though, but you never know, anything can happen in Formula 1. However, Perez is looking likely to take the second seat. If I was VJ Mali, I would wait to the last moment to confirm Perez. I would have him on the sidelines with absolutely for definite, and I'd have him ready to sign. Perez hasn't got very many options either, if he wants a competitive car for next year, that is. But Alonso's definitely got no options if the third car rule doesn't come into effect. So, VJ Malia does leave at least one seat to the very end of the season to have the best pick of drivers, which is, you know, bulletproof strategy in some ways, but it was also a bit of a risk because all the good drivers could be signed. So, he could have a choice between Perez and Alonso if Alonso is willing to go to a midfield team, which could all very much happen. It's going to be very exciting. I would go absolutely ballistic if Alonso got signed, because could you even imagine how amazing he would be in a Force India? He's amazing in that Ferrari, and that Ferrari sucks. He was amazing in 2013 Ferrari, and that Ferrari was abysmal. So, what can he do in a Force India, which is Mercedes powered? It's going to be very exciting. Can't wait to see it, and as always, will be very interesting to see who is signed for Force India next season. So, the car, this one, I'm very glad actually, because Minichamps have given me information about this one, as in you can actually find out how many parts and tampo prints there are in this car. So, luckily, the Force India, this one, has 64 parts, 18 mass sprays, 16 tampo prints, 0 decals, 47 free sprays, and 0 chromed parts. So, that's very sort of interesting. Now they start putting 0 chrome parts. I don't exactly know of any cars that have chrome parts on at the moment, but it's very, very interesting to find one if I do ever get a hold of one. The car product code is 417140011, and there is the limited edition one that's coming out very soon, or it is actually out, and I'm going to get hold of it very, very soon. Looking forward to that. And that's 417140111. So I'm very excited because I am actually going to get the limited edition Perez Force India car. Perez himself has done very well for the team. He has scored a podium, finished third in Bahrain. Hulkenberg was running fourth for a long time. Then there was a Gutierrez-Maldonado incident, and they completely took each other out. Well, actually, Maldonado completely booted Gutierrez off the track. This brought out a safety car. It did hurt Hulkenberg quite a bit, hurt Perez a little bit, because they were quite far ahead of Ricciardo. Ricciardo did get round Hulkenberg for fourth, and had the race been a couple of laps longer, he would have easily passed Perez for third, and he would have stolen their podium off them. It is in fact their second podium, and their first one since Belgium 2009 as well. So I'm a bit gutted that Hulkenberg hasn't got a podium yet. Hopefully in Brazil, where it's his best track of the year, and if it rains as well, and if he gets a good qualifying position as well, that would be the recipe for ultimate success. So, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the limited edition Perez of his third place, which is going to be without a doubt my favourite car because of the fact it has the orange side pods and everything, but I'll talk more about that when I actually get the car. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to comment, and also don't forget to subscribe.